Hey, what is up guys, it's Dark again, and we're back on PS for another episode of the Road to Top 10 and OU. Last time I believe we left off at around 1760 in the last battle, I want to say. But it's been a couple days, and I have decayed a bit. I believe I'm 17, I think I'd decay that low, Jesus. Yeah, so I'm 1749 right now, so 223rd, which isn't too bad, still in the top 250 I guess I can say. So I'm aiming to get around 1780, hopefully, by the end of this, but I could just go ahead and throw away all my points. So it's not known yet, we'll see. But I'm just going to hop into the first battle, and we'll see how this goes. So I found a battle against the Unguided. Interesting seeing a Nido King. It's not something I see, and he just leaves. Okay. I'm not really sure. Is he coming back? Hello, friend? What a battle. Or did he just leave? This could be 3 points, which I'm not going to complain about, but I'm just going to pause until he either comes back or until the time runs out. So, yeah, he just straight up left and didn't come back. I don't really know what to say about that, but I'm not going to complain. 14 3 points puts us up to 1763, so we're instantly further than we were at the end of last episode. It's been, what, one and a half minutes in. So I can't complain about that, but I'm just going to hop straight into the next one. As we'll see who we are against. So I'm actually using pretty much the same team as last time. The only difference is that I put Heatran over Magnezone. The fact that I've got Will-O-Wisp on Gardevoir kind of damages its switch-ins anyway, to the point where Landorus can deal with them. So having Zone was kind of redundant, and my team didn't have much for other Gardevoirs, so I figured Heatran would be a good stop, good like last spot to replace for Zone. But I'm just going to pause until we find the next one. So I found a battle against SG Pokemon. Interesting team, looks similar sort of build to mine, or what mine was, so I kind of know how it works. More than likely Scarf Drill, defensive, maybe defensive zone? I don't know, having both a defensive zone, defensive Rotom. Having both Landorus and Rotom is kind of strange. It kind of leads me to think that Landorus might be Scarfed, since they both kind of fill out the same role as defensive, so that could possibly be a thing. So I kind of want to predict him to lead with his Landorus, and I mean my Keldeo is also Scarfed, so if he does lead with it, he could go straight for the U-turn and I could get a free kill straight away, so hopefully that is the case. He actually leads with Rotom. I'm fine with this. I don't really want to go out to my Latias to take the Volt Switch, because then Gardevoir comes in and gets a kill. If it does have the Focus Blast. Although I don't really have much of a switch in that would not allow him to do that. I could always just take the Volt Switch, to be honest. He might even go for Hydro. Yeah, I could honestly take this Volt Switch, get off some early damage on this Rotom, because it's going to be problematic. Put it in range of my Latias's Draco or something. I mean, I can always Healing Wish my Keldeo up later on, because it does look like it will be useful, definitely, against a good half of his team. So his Secret's of the best player. I can also scout what kind of set he is if I do that. I don't really want to just give him the free switch into Gardevoir so he gets a kill. So that is looking defensive, definitely. That Volt Switch didn't really do too much, so I'm not worried about that. Yeah, that's definitely defensive, so Draco from Latias would definitely be able to take it out. He traces my Justified. Okay. I do have to play around this thing a bit. I'm going to switch into my Heatran, expecting a Hyper Voice, which he does go for. I can live a Focus Blast. I kind of want to get a Toxic off on this thing, although he might switch out straight to his Conkeldeo, so it kind of makes me not want to go for it. I feel like going out to Conkeldeo is better play than going for Focus Blast for him, since obviously Focus Blast does have the chance to miss and he could get burned or Toxic here, which he could get the Guts boost from, so I honestly think he's going to switch out to his own Conkeldeo here. And even if he does go for the Focus Blast, if I switch into my own Gardevoir, my Gardevoir can eat that up. So, yeah, I kind of want to predict his switch to Conkeldeo, which he does go to, which is good for me. Looking at his team, I pretty much get a kill with Gardevoir as long as his zone isn't scarfed, which I really doubt that it is, since it's partnered with Gardevoir. Most are likely specs, since what do I want to say? It basically has a chance to Oko Ferrothorn and it stops it getting up hazards possibly, so I really doubt that he's Scarfed. But he does go out to it here, and I'm definitely not going to take the risk of him being Scarfed. Damn, that's bulky. Magazine usually takes like at least half from a Hyper Voice. But yeah, I definitely think this is Scarfed. And I'm going to go back to my Rodon. As he does go for the Flash Cannon, so yeah, he's definitely Scarfed. Well, I don't know, he could even be Specs looking at the damage that a Flash Cannon done. That's supposed to be 4 times resisted. No. I'm just going to Volt Switch here. He's definitely not going... Well, he might go into his Drill, but I can just go into Landorus from there if he does want to do that. And he might have also been expecting the Willow. And I can just go straight back into Gardevoir. Get some more damage off, so this is looking good for me. I'm in a pretty good position. He just leaves it in to die. I guess that's good for him, since now my Gardevoir can't come in on it and get a kill every time. He actually turns out to be Balloon Drill, leading me to think even more that his Zone is Scarfed, or his Landorus is. So that's definitely something I need to look out for. He could also be Stealth Rock. If he doubles into Rotom here, I'm not too worried since I do have switchings for it. But I'm just going to go straight up to Lando to absorb up any hit he wants to go for. As he does go for the Iron Head, that does absolutely nothing. I don't really need to get my rocks up, it doesn't do too much to his team. It would be nice to weaken that Gardevoir down a bit though. I kind of want to go straight for Stone Edge, but his Drill can't do anything to me, so I'm just going to go up my rocks. He actually goes for an SD, that's kind of scary. He's now a bit of a threat. I wonder if at +1 he can kill my Keldeo with that Iron Head. Either way, I don't really need Landorus Pass to get deal with this Drill. I'm just going to go for the U-turn though. I know I can live an Iron Head, hopefully I don't get flinched, which I don't, and my Keldeo can revenge kill him with the Scald. I'm pretty sure Scald kills. I'm just going to calc this quick, I don't really want to risk it not killing. So apologies whilst I make a quick calculation. So I'm timid, Scarf. Just give him some safety goggles. So yeah, I'm guessing he's animate. Secret Shield, yeah, it does a hell of a lot. No, Scald. Scald does 102. Alright. So I can safely lock myself in the Scald, knowing it'll kill. Alright, nice. His only switch for right now is kind of Rotom. He actually goes out to Gardevoir. I'm not going to stay in because I need this Keldeo for these two. But then again, I don't have much of a switch in barring Heatran. The Heatran's kind of useless otherwise, apart from for Zone. It can be useful for Zone and I don't have too much for it otherwise. I kind of want to sack something off here. I don't really need my Landorus anymore. I've got Keldeo for his Landorus. Even if it is Scarfed, I will still be able to outspeed him, so I'm just going to sack off my Lando here. He actually goes for Psyshock. Right. No one wants to go into. Who wants to die? Gardevoir doesn't do too much past this, so I think I'm just going to send out now. He can't kill me with any one hit, I'm pretty sure. And I can get damage off to the point where Keldeo can deal with it. If he does want to go out to his Rotom, that thing's going to straight up die. He has to go for Psyshock though, that's a bad play. Hyper Voice would have definitely done more. But like, I don't really want my Heatran getting weakened. So I'm not going to send out either just yet. I'm just going to go straight into my Keldeo, go for the Scald. As I kind of do want to bait out that Rotom. Because I need to get rid of this thing if I'm going to win. I'm expecting a Volt Switch here. And his last two can't really do too much to Rotom, so I'm going to go into that. Because I do believe neither of these can take out my Rotom with any one hit. If he does go out to Zone, I can Volt Switch off this, go into my Heatran and go from there. I'm actually faster, so he Specs. That's a bit of a problem. But to be honest, I've got Keldeo to steal this Magnezone. I don't really need Heatran around for it. I just need to get rid of this Rotom. That's the only thing. So I can hopefully bait it out with Heatran. And he's just taking more and more rocks damage, which is good for me. I can't even predict the Volt Switch, to be honest. Expecting Latias. So I kind of want to go for a Lava Plume or a Roar. I really doubt that he'll just let Latias come in for free. So I'm just going to Lava Plume. He actually goes for Pain Split, I'm fine with that. Hopefully I can get a burn. Actually I do, nice. So I'm somewhat expecting the Hydro now. So I'm going to go out to Latias. Hopefully get off a Draco on something. As I did see he was defensive, didn't he? He just forfeits, so he was actually pretty damn low. That's kind of unfortunate, but that puts us up to 1773. Wonder where is that on the ladder? Let's have a quick check where we are. So we're actually 162nd, which is pretty nice. Definitely climbing. Where are we at? Very good 11 minutes. Go straight into the next battle. So hopefully we'll be able to get 1780. Might even get 1800 if the battles keep on being quick like this. Potentially. It depends who we get really come up against. There's definitely some people who are I would rather not be facing. I think Toilet PK's laddering right now. But I'm just going to pause it until we find the next one. Let's find a battle against Priap, however you pronounce that. I've been against this guy several times. I believe we're 1-1. So this should be definitely interesting. He's got the Tran. He has nothing for Keldeo. Jesus. He has literally nothing for Keldeo. Okay. Tempted to lead with Gardevoir, Taunt, and then go into the Landorus, but I don't really want him to Bullet Seed my Gardevoir first turn because it would just straight up die. So I don't think that's a very good play. I believe just going out to Landorus since Breloom can't really do too much to it. I'm expecting like the Breloom lead here. It could be Breloom or Mamoswine. If he does lead with Mamoswine, it's fine because I do have a Rotom that can switch straight into it. So I'm just going to go with Lando. I can get the Intimidate off on this Breloom. Hopefully wake up before it does any real damage and break its sash and then go into something that can revenge it. So that's the plan. I'm just going to pause until he wants to make a move. So I actually end up being faster, so he's Adamant Loom, which is kind of annoying because now something else in my team gets spawned that I don't want to. Rotom Wash is going to be really useful against the majority of his team. Heatran is kind of only useful for Scizor, but it is the one thing that can take it on, barring Keldeo. So I kind of want to keep that awake. I need to go into something that can wall Breloom, so Heatran's pretty much anything I can go into. Unless I want to go into Latias, but hazard removal is nice. Although my team isn't too weak to hazards, I guess. Kind of leaning towards going out to Latias. It's not too useful for anything on this team, and it does die to a lot. The only thing that's really useful, well, it's useful for these two, unless his Scartrump is Scarfed. If it is, then it's useful for nothing, so. The only thing it's really useful for is Healing Wish, so I'm just going to go out to it now. Because he does Spore it, hopefully I can just... He's actually Toxic Orb, that's interesting. Hopefully I can burn off some turns of sleep here. He actually decides to stay in the Leech Seed, fine by me. He might go for the sub here, but I'm honestly just going to go straight for Draco in case he wants to go into Greninja. As he goes into Mamoswine, unfortunately I don't wake up. I kind of want to expect rocks, but Heatran could potentially be his rocker. I'm just going to go straight into Rotom though, I have no reason really to predict that. But he did go for it. What's his switch in? I guess Loom. None of his switching to Rotom appreciate a Will-O-Wisp, so I'm just going to go straight for it. I forgot that he had a Toxicop. I'm expecting a Leech Seed, but I'm just going to switch straight out to my Latias and hopefully get off some more. Well, hopefully I'll wake up this turn, basically. Just going straight for the Draco again. He actually goes for the Protect, fine by me. So I'm not expecting Heatran to come out, and I kind of want to get rid of these rocks, so I'm just going to get rid of them now. He actually goes to Mamoswine. I wonder why he keeps going up to Mamoswine. It's not a switch-in. I am just going to go for Draco here, expecting rocks. My Latias is at a really, really low amount of HP, and I kind of need to stop him getting rocks up, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to since I think I go down from... I actually don't, so I'm going to expect an Ice Shard here. I kind of want to pull the aggressive switch into Keldeo, expecting the Ice Shard, because then he doesn't really have too much for Keldeo. Like, the fighting resistance on his team doesn't exist, so I'm just going to go out to this and click Secret Sword. He does go for the Ice Shard, which is nice, so I can just click Secret Sword now. He doesn't really have too much of a switch in as he just lets us go. You can switch into Loom here and put something else to sleep, unfortunately. Although my Latias is only at 5%, so I'm probably just going to sack it to rocks and then bring in my Gardevoir, just to prevent him from putting anything to sleep. Could have set up a sub there, that could have been potentially bad. Yeah, I'm just going to go straight out to Gardevoir now. I'm expecting the Heatran switch in, and I kind of want to go straight back out to Keldeo. Predicting that, so that's what I'm going to do. He can definitely not take a Hyper Voice, so he's either going out to Heatran or Sizzle. Either one my Keldeo can deal with, so I do feel this is a good double, unless he does predict it. It is somewhat of an obvious double, but I'm not sure if he has a real reason to predict it yet. But he does go out to Sizzle. Alright. So I can just spam Scald. I don't really want him to be a Mega, start setting up on me if I go for Secret Sword. I could go straight into Tran though. Then again, he's got switch into Tran, so there's not really much point in me doing that. He does actually go straight out to Breakdown. That surprises me. I really didn't think he'd go straight out to it. But he can go ahead and put something else to sleep now, which is kind of unfortunate. I don't have it be Landorus this time. It's looking like as soon as I get rid of this Breloom, I can pretty much go ham with Keldeo, so that is the game plan. But this is looking a bit stally. Yeah, I'm definitely expecting the Leech Seed. I kind of want to get on my rocks. As I just stay asleep. Unfortunately, RNG not really on my side this battle. I'm guessing this is Scarf Chomp. Kind of tempted to go out to Tran. I'm really not sure. I'm not in a very good position at the moment. Yeah, I'm just going to go out to Tran to kind of scout if this thing's scarfed or not. He's actually sub. That's pretty scary. I'm guessing sub SD since that's the only set that they run. So predicting the Sword Stance. Really aggressive play since I could lose my Heatran right here, but I really don't want him getting +2 against my team. He actually just goes straight for EQ, so that sucks. I'm in a pretty bad position at the moment. It doesn't look like I'll be winning this one. As he goes for the SD now, and I stay asleep. So I'm definitely not going to be winning this. Unfortunately, I can't even play around with Intimidate, so he gets a crit just to make it even worse. Yeah, I can't even go up to my guard war and hyper voice it since I'm slower. Keldeo will die, Rotom will die, so that's GG. This thing sweeps me from here, so I'm just going to forfeit. So that kind of sucks. Hopefully I'll be able to find one more that will be able to put me back up. And I'm just going to pause until we find the next one. So I found a battle against the name I'm not going to try and pronounce. And Gardevoir has fun with this team looking at it. I'm guessing it's Zardex just for the fact that he's got an Azumarill on his team. So yeah, Gardevoir definitely has fun. Mew's going to be a bit of an issue. Oh my god, I'm actually expecting this to be lead Mew. Is either going to be lead Mew or I'm leading off with Azumarill. Which won't be too bad for me since I do have a Rotom that can switch on in it, so I'm just going to lead off with Guard straight away. He leads with Azumarill, kind of bad for me. Don't want to predict the Waterfall or the Play Rough. I think Waterfall's his better play, depending if he's banded or not. I kind of want to get a Will-O-Wisp on this thing, but I'm not too keen on my Guard getting weakened right away, but it is a big threat to my team. Especially AV Azumarill does definitely run through this team. I definitely want to get a Will-O-Wisp on this, hopefully I hit. Which I do, so that's nice. Because he actually goes for knockoff, predicting the switch, so that's very good for me. Oh no, just seeing the fact that he has knockoff, I'm guessing he's AV. So I'm going to switch out to my Rotom since he can't do anything to me, barring knock off my lefties. He actually doubles into his Mew. Interesting. Mew can't really do too much to me, apart from knock off my item, and I'm pretty sure I am slower, so I'm just going to Volt Switch out on it. It actually sets up his rocks, that's fine by me. My only thing to really hit this on my team is my Gardevoir, so I'm going to go out to it now. He might Will-O-Wisp me for residual damage. I'm pretty sure he's not going to go for a knockoff. But he doesn't really have too much of a switch in for this, barring Zard. But even Zard will be taking quite a significant amount of damage. And actually doesn't do as much as I was hoping. But he misses Willow, which kind of sucks for him. Expecting a soft boiled, I'm going to go for the taunt here. I don't really want him getting back up to full HP. Or soft boiled or roost, same thing. But he goes up to Azumarill's Death Fodder, fine by me. I don't know if that's Assault Vest actually. Jesus, that took way too much. He goes up to Zard. I don't really want him setting up on me, but if he is Zardex, my Landorus can beat it, barring he gets to like +1. But I am pretty sure he is Zardex. I'm expecting him to go straight for the Flare Blitz if he is Zardex though. I doubt he'll want to Dragon Dance up and risk me going for a Hyper Voice. So I am kind of tempted to play around this. Yeah, I'm just going to go straight up to Tran to soak up an expected fire type move. He's actually Y, which is really good for me since my Tran should wall this barring he has EQ. Which I kind of want to scout for. But I don't really want to give him a free switch into his Landorus. So I'm guessing the middle ground would be going out to Latias, since it can beat Landorus 1v1, even if it does have knockoff, and if he does have EQ then it won't do anything to me. As he actually does have EQ, so I'm really glad I did choose to switch out there. I might take this turn to Defog actually. Yeah, I'm going to Defog this turn. I have a feeling that Mew was coming back out, and that could definitely take up one Draco and roost off the next, so I didn't really want that happening. He's definitely going for the roost. Kind of tempted just to go straight back up to my Gardevoir and get another... I say get another kill, but Zard can switch in on it pretty well. But he can't really do too much to my Gardevoir, so I'm just going to go out to it here. He actually goes for Willow. I was tempted to go out to Heatran, expecting a Willow. But I'm expecting him to expect me to go for a Taunt, so I'm just going to straight Hyper Voice. He actually does go for the Roost. Okay. This time I'm actually going to expect that, though. Do I want to let my Gardevoir go down? I kind of want to switch out here. I don't really want my Gardevoir going down too easily. I do think he's going for a knockoff here, though. Yeah, I kind of want to Will-O-Wisp this thing just for residual damage. He actually goes up to Zard. It's fine by me. I can't take a Solar Beam, but I can switch out to something that can. which is definitely... No, because he has EQ. I'm just going to switch out to Latios to take a predicted Solar Beam, but he actually doubles to Latios. Does he want to risk a speed tie? I'm not really sure what he wants to do. Either way, I'm just going to go straight back out to Tran. He actually wanted to risk a speed tie, unless he's Scarfed. He could potentially be Scarfed. I don't see Life Orb, so yeah, that could be Scarfed. Okay, what's he most likely going to switch out to? Mew would be nice to catch with a Toxic, but Landorus is most likely coming out. I kind of want to just hit something with a Sun Boosted Lava Beam, to be honest. That didn't really do too much. Damn. The team kind of struggles to deal with this. I'm just going to go straight back out to Latias again. Kind of obvious, but... yeah. He gets the burn. That sucks really badly. Damn. I think I can... The sun has gone, so he will be doing less to my Gardevoir. I kind of want a Healing Wish up my Gardevoir right now. Latias isn't going to be too useful. I mean, it's useful for his Landorus, but not at this HP, so it's not going to be too useful anymore. That's actually really good for me that he went out to his Mew. I'm going to just go straight out to guard now. Get back to 4 now, I can taunt this thing to stop it Will-O-Wisping me again. And now I can just basically spam Hyper Voice. I kind of want to go for Psyshock predicting Hazard, but Hyper Voice will still be doing a decent amount. And just gradually whittling this thing down is good anyway. As yeah, that does a lot. That's supposed to be resisted, friend. I'm kind of doubtful that he has Solar Beam, just due to the fact that he switched out on Rotom. I kind of want to scout for it, to be honest. I don't underestimate Gardevoir's bulk, I just don't really want to take a Sun Boosted Fire Blast. I could switch out to Keldeo, that's an option. Because the Scald will kill even in the sun. And I am Scarf. I think that is what I'm going to do. Keldeo isn't too useful, only for his Landorus really. He actually goes for Roost. Problematic since now he can potentially go for Solar Beam. But I'm going to scout for it here. Because he does have it. Okay. Well, I'm just going to go for the Protect here to get Lefty's recovery and to stall out his turns of Sun. As I'm now going to go out to Rotom Wash, playing these games. Hopefully he doesn't Solar Beam predicting that, which he doesn't, so that's good. As now the sun is gone, he might EQ again predicting Tran. But he's not, no, he's not going to Solar Beam. What am I saying? The sun's gone. So I'm pretty much free to Volt Switch out on this thing. He actually goes into mute, fine by me. I'm actually going to... Don't want to do that. I'm kind of tempted to get up my rocks. Landorus isn't too useful, offensive-wise. And getting up rocks is going to limit his switch-ins to Zard, which is the main thing that's threatening my team right now, so I do believe that's the best play that I can make. It will suck my Landorus getting burned, but I don't really need it to take anything out on this team. But he does hit the Will-O-Wisp, of course. Hacks. Look at this man hacksing me. Who even hits their Will-O-Wisps? He has Defog and he just straight goes for it, that's annoying. Oh well. Not much I can do about that. I kind of want to go for a Psyshock here, expecting Zard, but... What? No, I don't have a reason to do that. I don't have anything that can take on the Zard. He can just keep roosting up. I'm pretty sure that Hyper Voice plus Psyshock would kill it though, so I don't really have a reason to go for Psyshock. He actually goes for Willow. Okay. That's fine by me since his Mew's now in range of Hyper Voice. I'm really tempted to go for Psyshock here, but I know I can't live one. He might also predict my switch. And if I let this go down, I can get a free switch into Keldeo, which can revenge this. And then basically the two biggest threats to my team have gone that Gardevoir needed to deal with. I mean, I've got Heatran that can beat Zapdos 1v1. I've got Keldeo that can beat Landorus. I'm pretty sure Heatran can beat Latios, so I don't really need this Gardevoir for too much, as he does go for Roost, so... Damn! Oh my god! That did so much! Holy crap, Gardevoir, you need to calm down. I'm just going to straight for another Psyshock though. He actually goes for EQ. I would have personally gone for Fire Blast, that is a definite misplay. since now I can get off another hit with this thing potentially. It goes up to Mew. I can just go straight for Hyper Voice and this thing dies. But I'm fine with my guard roll going down this turn. It's outsped by everything else on his team, barring this Zapdos being defensive, but even if it is, Heatran can deal with it 1v1. I'm expecting him to go out to Landorus here, due to the fact the sun's up, none of my pokes can do too much to him, so I'm just going to go into my Landorus to stall out turns. I was basically just going into Landorus since it's pretty much useless now. I kind of want to get on my rock since U-turn's not going to be doing anything to this. Just go straight for Draco. That's Specs. Oh my god. Yeah, that's definitely Specs. I can go into Rotom and spam Hydro. I could just go out to Heatran. I'm going to go out to Heatran and go for a Toxic, expecting the Landorus to switch in just so I can whittle this thing down. Because I really need to, basically, if I'm going to beat this Landorus, I'm going to be whittling it down. I don't really want to risk him being sub-calm mine, so I'm not going to go for Protector, I'm just going to straight switch out to my Rotom. He actually gets up Rocks. I don't really agree with that, since the rest of my last three don't really take too much from Rocks. And he could have definitely gotten some damage off of my Rotom there if he did choose to predict it. I'm going to go for Volt Switch, expecting his Latios to come out. And I can just go straight back into Tran and go. I'm actually going to go for a Lava Plume. I kind of half predict him to go straight back up to Landorus again. He actually goes for HP Ground and gets a crit. That is bad. Okay. Yeah, that's really bad. I could have potentially just lost me the game. I'm not really too sure how I can beat Zapdos now. If I even can. I mean, this is a defensive Rotom Wash, so it's going to be taking a hell of a lot from a Draco. I'm going to have to hope that Keldeo can pull through, get a crit with Hydro on his Zapdos, and hope that it can live a T-Bolt, I'm guessing. That's looking like what it's going to come down to. I'm really hoping I can live a Draco. No, he's locked into a... Yeah, he's locked into HP Ground, he's definitely not going for Draco. Because he's definitely Specs. He's more than likely going into Zapdos. I'm just going to go straight for Hydro. Get us some decent damage. Not the best, but I'm just going to go for a Will-O-Wisp for residual damage on this thing, as he actually goes for a Toxic, fine by me. I'm expecting a Roost here, to be honest, and there's not much I can do about it. Pretty sure he can just keep roosting. And I can't really do anything about that. Yeah, this is problematic. I'm kind of forced to go in my Keldeo and try and get a crit with Hydro Pump. As bad as that sounds. You have to go for sub. Okay. I'm just going to click Hydro Pump though, because I kind of have to. I get the crit now. It's kind of bad. He actually goes for Thunderbolt and it doesn't take me out, which is really good. Hopefully I can hit my Hydro here. I missed my Hydro. Oh! Okay, yeah, that just lost me the game, that miss. Because I could have foddered off Rotom to Latios and then gone for double HPI, so yeah, that miss just lost me the game basically. So that really sucks. I get a crit, which doesn't matter because he can just roost up again next turn. I'm not really going to be playing these roost games, so I'm just going to forfeit. So that really does suck that I got hacked out of my last game. So that puts us all the way back down to 17-19. I kind of want to find another, but it's already been 34 minutes. I don't know. It kind of, yeah, that really sucks that I got hacked out of my last battle, but I guess that's just how it goes. But I'm just going to end it off here. So if you did enjoy, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you next time, guys. Peace.